Hi Maniacs. My name is Julie, I run a small Pokemon card business and I'm also a full-time Pokemon content creator. Today we'll be opening the Mega Lucario Premium Poster Collection from Ascended Heroes. And while we do that, I want to just chit-chat with you guys about what's going on in my business and what I see going on across businesses that I know of and what I think is the tendency in Europe on Pokemon right now. Let's crack it open. We have the poster. Blackstar Promo Mega Lucario EX. And our pack selection today is 10 packs of Ascended Heroes. Last time we ripped any Ascended Heroes, it was like 2 EXs and 5 packs, so definitely hoping we can make up for that today. Well, what's going on in business and in Pokemon right now is that, of course, after I personally went full-time, a lot of things had to kind of ramp up. I do believe I've mentioned this on the channel before, but I was very lucky that I actually got to be chosen, or however you say that, as a Vault X official retailer, which is super exciting. So I actually distribute Vault X products now, which is super nice because we don't really have a lot of people doing that, at least in Denmark where my business is located. Of course, I'm online and I serve most of Europe, so it makes a lot of sense that people can of course buy Vault X already in Denmark. But it's just kind of different when you can actually go like to a convention or have it shipped day to day from a more local business than you can if you are buying directly from their side. Of course, they still have all their limited edition stuff, so for that you would still have to shop the actual Vault X side, but I think that also makes a lot of sense. That's why it's limited edition. You do have to kind of get that from them directly. I've also landed a deal with Graded Guard, which is an American company, so that's super exciting and something we don't really see a lot in Denmark. Of course, their most well-known collections are also the limited edition ones. The Graded Guards are the bumpers that you can put around your cards, and they are very well known for doing like some super cool colors and glittery effects and stuff. But even their most just like regular ones are very cool as well. So I am super excited and I'm still waiting to place my first order with them, which is why you won't see any Graded Guards at the website currently. But they'll be there. They'll be there. In terms of state of the market, I think that scalping and all that has gotten a lot of attention once again after the first trainer packs released. At least here in Denmark, it has been like the talk of the town that people are scalping these boxes, selling them at higher prices. Also, some of the more established companies have been, dragged through this because I believe that a lot of the established business owners... Okay, we have Ethan's Macargo. Insane art. But I believe that some of the established businesses have also been in the secondary market, even before release of these boxes, purchasing more, because stock is very limited from distribution here in Denmark. I think in all of Europe, at least in the Nordic countries, it's super limited, and the only way to get it is like via one distributor who is, I guess, struggling. It's the nicest thing that I could say about it. I think that's why a lot of the established businesses, brick and mortars, are going out and finding what is up with the hits. Such a cool trainer card. But I do believe that the lack of distribution or very small amounts of distribution is why brick and mortars and bigger web shops here in Denmark are going out to the secondary market and buying more products so they can have their stock last longer. And I definitely understand the concept, but it does drive up the prices insanely because, they can get them maybe at MSRP if they are lucky in the secondary market, and then they will have to charge something on top of that to accommodate, actually making money and not losing money with every order. So it does change the market for all the customers. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because of course it's super hard to run a business with little to no distribution. I know that I run without any proper distribution. Of course I have my accessory companies like Vault X and Graded Guards and stuff like that. That is definitely helping me stay somewhat afloat. And I also know that I have less expenses than the huge brick and mortar shops that have maybe multiple locations even. But at least just one location is a lot to run and is a lot financially as well. But I'm not sure I agree with having... Okay, SIR, right there, guys. Insane. Okay, so when I was so rudely interrupted by an insane poll, what I was saying is that I don't think I agree with having more stock, because I understand that you'll get, you know, customers will be angry and will be sad and will be discouraged if they visit your shop or go to your shop online and you don't really have much of the product that is advertised for release. But I feel like branding wise and also community wise, people will be happier to know that the few people that got product actually got it at a decent price. What is up with these packs, you guys? Another hit. But yeah, I think the people that actually get product will be super excited to actually only pay the price that they are supposed to pay. Of course, market is something that moves and changes, and we can't really control that in that way. But I think when you do have something that has an MSRP and you are supposed to sell at MSRP, I guess supposed to, you aren't really. The distributor seems to be more angry if you are putting things for sale than they do if you are upcharging things, so I definitely understand. And as a business owner, I understand that too. I also sell at market price, but that is because I'm coming from a standpoint where I am not able to obtain product. I don't have any of the new releases. I will never get anything before release if I don't have distribution, and it's not looking like something that's going to happen anytime soon. So what I'm saying is that I completely understand the point of the retailers and the bigger businesses, but I personally would hope that I would not go down that route, at least if I'm not struggling. If I make ends meet, if I have a lot of customers, if I have a great support system, I don't see why I wouldn't just keep MSRPs and then have a small amount of product and have it sell out immediately. We do have a few businesses here in Denmark who does that, and I think that model works well. Of course, I know these businesses for doing this, which is something that I find super positive about them. And as I also usually mention in my videos, branding is everything. And if you do have this type of rule of thumb in your business and people kind of know that they can expect MSRP from you, I think that is immense branding, and I don't think anything will compare to that. 10 packs, 4 insane hits, in my opinion. You did pretty good, Ascended, for the first time in my experience. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think you should go and check out the video that is up on the screen right now, because I think it will be something that you would find very interesting. Remember to check out my social media platforms and the Flinamania webshop. Links are down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!